This is a 3-part series on the repair of what I'm going to call an A-frame part of a hitch for a sweep plow. And this is part 2 of 3. There's actually other videos out there about the sweep plow repairs that I'm doing for a customer. But these 3 videos are kind of like their own little project inside a project. Well, there's the 2 plates done. I still got to cut a 1/2 inch off of this one plate. But the holes line up pretty good. It's hard to tell with the wear and all. But I think they're where they need to be. I think that's where I want it. Pin moves easy, so it looks good. Spot her together there, I guess. Bad. Normally I don't recommend doing all one side with just tack welds on the other side, but I'm going to have to flip this thing over and run a bead on the outside next, so that should help pull it out, because with this bead in here it probably shrunk this quite a bit. We'll see. Came up just a little bit on wire speed. It sounded a little bit off to me. I noticed I was having a hard time getting it to start, kind of do that popping thing. So came up just a little bit, and that looks a little bit better even. So very happy with that weld. You can definitely tell when heat started getting into it, it really started flowing outwards. I didn't even weave or nothing. I just went straight down it. I'm actually gonna let this cool down, and we'll get back to this project later, because I gotta grind that all off. And I got to make sure this gap is right and everything, so just going to let it set for a while. We'll come back later. I about gave myself a heart attack. First thing I did this morning was stick this in here. It don't fit. I was like, oh, there is no way that stuff shrunk that much. So I was like, well, how far off is that from 4 3/4? So I measured this back side, and it's just over. That's actually like a 1/16 of an inch over 4 3/4, and the front side has kind of got this little burr here, so it's kind of hard to get a good clean measurement on it. But we're a 1/16 under 4 3/4, and I was like, this is not a 1/16 of an inch difference. Yeah. When I made this for them, I made it 5 inches. I'm guessing this was spread out, wore out, and all that, so they told me to make it that width. I don't really remember. So I actually got to cut this down to 4 3/4. Well, good. At least I don't have to spread this out. I mean, I might have to just a little bit, put something in there, because it is a 1/16 of an inch closer on this front corner, maybe. But not a big deal. So onward and upward. I just can't make up my mind. But that is stinking floppy right in there on that one. And this one, while the rod doesn't flop in there, I think this hole is actually a little tight or something. But that gap is really big right there. So it's wore out. Middle one's good though, I think. It feels really good in that one. There's a little bit of gap, but it's just clearance is all. So, golly, I think I got to redo this one and this one. So I think I need to go and just cut this plate off and make a new one. It's going to be faster because, well, I mean, it's been abused right here anyway. And by the time you set up a line boring rig and bore these out, machine new bushings to go in there, or however else I'm going to fix it, I'm looking at a lot of time. So it only takes me about 15-20 minutes to make these, whereas setting up that line boring rig and machining at least 2 new bushings, I doubt I could do that in an hour. So I guess that makes up my mind. Cutting that off. Oh, I can't believe that. I think the easiest way to weld this back together on the front, pick this thing up, set it up vertically, then I can lay my square tubing and a spacer plate in there. There, that's going to be in my way that way. The only way to line those pins. Figure out something different. Well, after some creative shimming, I think we're on the right path here. Those line up really good. I think according to my witness marks, I've got the ends on the correct side. Had to put a little shim under here. So this is 4-inch wide strap in here and 3/4 inch strap to get it back out to 4 3/4. These pieces actually have holes in them, they're ears, so that way this can go through. And all right, start spot welding that thing in. Boy, it shrunk that down. I might even arc across that thing. I might be screwed. You were worried. Decent looking weld. I gotta be good enough to tan tight like that. Okay, I'm gonna finish welding her out.